I have so much to do tonight.
We just want a piece of the pie.
Welcome.
So we pack our bags and run. Said we pack our bags and run. Trying to walk on the wire. Cause there's nothing we cannot overcome. Nothing we cannot overcome. They don't realize. They don't realize. We're gonna take our turn. We're gonna rule the world. Cause it's our time. Our time to fly. We're gonna take our turn. We're gonna rule the world. Cause it's our time. Our time to fly. They're not gonna take us alive. They must not know how we do. They sure don't know how we do. Cause we're gonna fight.
Hi, welcome, beautiful.
They will not knock us off our route. They will not knock us
So
off
happy
our
you're
route.
here. Oh my God, I love you. Urban Mineral SX Mish. Love you, love you. God bless you. Welcome. You know how we do. How you feeling tonight? Let me know. That's right. We're working, honey. It's our time.
They'll see with their own eyes. It will come
Let's
as
see.
no surprise. We'll climb the rock most high. It's time for new chapters to fill the pages of love, life, and laughter. I pack my bag, look ahead into the light, and I'm ready to claim my dreams, and I'm ready to take the flight. And I live it in my heart. I feel a little fear. I'm racing towards my destiny. I gotta keep my conscience
Thank
clear.
you.
The blue sky, got a star,
Welcome.
should be standing on. It's my turn, and I'm ready to take the world on. We're gonna take our turn. We're gonna rule the world. Rule the world. We're gonna take our turn. We're gonna rule the world. It's our time. Our time to fly. We're gonna take our turn. We're gonna rule the world. 'Cause it's our time. Our time to fly. It's our time to fly. It's our time to change. We don't need a reason why. Let's make a change. Get my system.
It's been a long day. Woo, we made it. Oh my God. Welcome, welcome, welcome to the Aniya A show. It's your girl Aniya A and I'm live. Oh my God, Gregory Roberts is already in the building with your girl Aniya A and he says he loves me. And guess what? I love you so much, Gregory Roberts. You are my biggest fan, a huge supporter, and you make my day every time I see your face on social media and at the National Action Network, where we are together every week on Saturday mornings with Reverend Al Sharpton. So I just had to start off this night and letting you guys know, first of all, thank you for the support everywhere you are tonight, wherever you're tuning in from. You know, it just means a lot to me because, as you guys know, I've been through so much in my life, and one of the things about me is I'm super resilient, but at the same token, there's so many things that I'm working on every day on myself. And you know what? I'm not ashamed of it, right? I'm not ashamed to say that I have a lot of learning to do, a lot of growing to do. And I want to say thank God for those that give me sound advice. You know, as a little girl, before we get started on the show tonight, as a little girl, I wanted to say, like, literally, you know, when things were not, what's the word I'm looking for? When things were not going my way, or like when I would have issues with certain things or what have you, I had an aunt in my life that always corrected me and always gave me what you call positive feedback, and just shared like the different things I should and should not do. And it was called corrective criticism. And as an adult, you know, it's kind of difficult when somebody tells you certain things about yourself, or how you should do a certain thing, or if you feel like you're an expert in a certain area, and then you have somebody, you know, share that certain things shouldn't happen a certain way, without going too much into details. You guys get it though. So what happens is you feel a certain type of way or what have you, and then you feel kind of slighted or whatnot. Not Aniya A. I want to say I'm so thankful for positive feedback, constructive criticism, anything that's going to make me do better in my life, because at the end of the day, I am not an island. I'm here for everybody that's here for me. So to the person that gave me a lot of feedback today and corrected me in several different areas that I was operating incorrectly in, okay, I take everything that you say very seriously, and I highly regard you, because I highly respect your opinion and like everything about you. I really look up to you, and all I know is that you do what you do and you say what you say because you care. So I'm not going to go into too many details, because I have a long night and a great show ahead of me, guys. And before things get really wild tonight on the show, because you guys are about to learn a lot of things that are happening throughout our communities, I wanted to share that real quick. Now, I hope Mimi is on. Like, I feel like I should wait till Mimi is on for me to share this. Mimi, is that you? Oh, it is Mimi. Oh my God. So before our guest comes on, SANTCHA, Etienne, please give me 1 minute. I did not know that was Mimi. So real quick, guys, Aniya A has a surprise. Mimi, I had no idea that was you. I was trying to find you. I'm on Facebook, Aniya A, period, right? And I just wanted to say, I have a quick surprise. So our special guest is coming on in just a few minutes. But before our special guest comes in, this is all about IET right now. Like, the show is about Haiti, and so is this special surprise and this gift basket for our young people. Yes, it's you, Mimi. I did not know that was you. That name is different. But listen, everybody knows that I'm a huge, huge, huge fan of my children in Haiti. And I just want you to know that I got a special box of great items for our children, courtesy of Mimi, who sent all of this from, drumroll please, Canada, okay, aka Canada. And I guess she sent, Mimi, tell me what some of this is. It looks like stuff for the children to make different items. I am so excited. Look at this, guys. Before we get going, look at this. This stuff is for the children. It's called the Embellissement Set Ensemble de Décoration. So it looks like different items for the children to make different things in Haiti in our orphanage. So I wanted to share that first and foremost. Arts and crafts are definitely something our young people need to do. Toronto in the building, Mimi. All of this stuff, this beautiful box came from Toronto, Canada. Oh my God, gems. I might have to take some of this stuff for myself, because I am such a nerd and I love all of these trinkets. So I hope my orphanage children are watching in Haiti right now, in Port-au-Prince, because we are shipping glue, as well as all sorts of great little trinkets, and all for the children, scissors, and different things for the children to make in Haiti. And I think, oh my God, look at this, guys. We even have markers for the children. Mimi, we love you. We have these note cards. I think this is what we were talking about, Mimi. They can utilize these note cards to write different things on, notes, etc. Very strong paper, which I'm loving. And we also have something for Aniya's birthday. Wait a minute. Before we get our special guest on, wait a minute, SANTCHA. You know me and my lips. Listen, if you guys don't know about Aniya A, you're going to learn today. I love my lips. Listen, God gave me lips for days, and Mimi sent me lipstick. Oh my God. And it smells good too. Mimi girl, you know my color. Look at them lips. Look at Jesus. Matches the hair. And we have a special note. Mimi, I cannot. I'm going to read this note to our young leaders in Haiti. I'm going to cry. I'm going to cry. This work, Mimi, I'm going to come back and open the rest of the stuff for their children because I feel like you're going to make me cry. And at this time, I love you, Mimi. You don't even know. I'm going to invite SANTCHA on. SANTCHA Etienne is our special guest. I'm about to get emotional. I wanted to wait to open this box live on air, and I probably shouldn't have done that because I already feel like I'm going to cry. When you sent me the screenshot and the picture, Mimi, I couldn't read what it said. I'm about to cry. We're going to bring on SANTCHA Etienne because we don't want her to wait much longer. And I just want you to know how rewarding this is and that the children are going to be so blessed by you, Mimi, and your community in Toronto, Canada. Whew, I'm about to get emotional. You know, let me say this, as our special guest, SANTCHA Etienne is joining us all the way from Little Haiti, Miami. What I want to say is this work that I do is very hard. Trying to figure out moving parts and how to get people to join forces or even have enough strength to do what I do, then to collect items and ship items to Haiti is not easy. But Aniya's doing it, and I have great supporters and great sisters and brothers in the movement, i.e. my sister, Mimi, all the way from Toronto, Canada. And I'm gonna share a lot more about this work. Yes, and Mimi, you have Robin Clanton from Virginia Beach, Virginia, shouting you out right now on Facebook. Mimi, we're on Aniya A period on Facebook. At this time, let me read the bio for SANTCHA Etienne. And before the end of the night, I'm coming back to read the letter from Mimi, all the way from Toronto, Canada. It's your girl, Aniya A, and you're tuned into the Aniya A Show. And tonight is all about a country that my parents hail from that mean a lot to me. And in the midst of the storms and the madness, I want to say that I'm here for all of this. Tonight we have SANTCHA Etienne. Who is SANTCHA, you're wondering? SANTCHA Etienne is a Black Haitian immigrant community organizer for the Black Alliance for Just Immigration in Florida and their national network. She has been, ready, creating and coordinating with CARE as an organizer since 2010, but has been a leader for all her life from school to church since her native country, Haiti, aka Haiti. She is a member of CLOTA, which stands for Concerned Leaders of TIET, Little Haiti, Broward Immigrant Justice Coalition, Haitian Faith-Based Network, and amongst countless grassroots community groups and organizations that she has worked with in collaboration for the upliftment and empowerment of those who need it the most. And at this time, I believe that SANTCHA is with us, and this is the perfect night for SANTCHA to be joining us as we just got our shipment all the way from Toronto, Canada for our children in Haiti. So I'm hoping that SANTCHA can hear us and she is able to join us and that she is here. Let me go ahead and send SANTCHA a message to let her know we are here. And hopefully she'll be joining us momentarily. In the interim, SANTCHA Etienne is somebody that I highly respect. My first time seeing her face basically was on Zoom just a couple of nights ago when she joined my Facebook Live. Mimi is back with us. What a great show. Welcome, SANTCHA. I'm here. Thanks for the shout out. No, Mimi, thank you. Robin already shouted you out, and I'm pretty sure you're going to have a lot more people shouting you out because you are the best. Mimi, as we wait for my beautiful sister SANTCHA to join, we are just so blessed by you. When you heard the call for Haiti, you jumped right on it and you joined me literally, and you sent a shipment from Toronto. And I know the children are going to be so blessed. Not just the children, but the leaders of the orphanage in Port-au-Prince, Haiti. There's no way they can be more appreciative. And I know I can't be more appreciative of you because you know what? You and I met, Mimi, just a little while ago before the COVID. We connected, we clicked. You even supported me by buying a book. I have been so blessed by you, your positive influence. We have to do a lot more because I know you're doing a lot of great work in Toronto when it comes to the youth and the teenagers that really need assistance. So just know that we are going to be working more and more together on everything that you have going on there in your community. And it's just been so insane with the COVID. But as we put our minds together and our hearts together, we are going to do a whole lot more. So let's see if Sancha is available, because I know that she is supposed to be live right now. And let me just give her a quick call because I'm looking at her page and she's totally there. But sometimes with social media and these highly technological devices, things go cray. Toronto and New York take over. We got this. Of course, you are such a blessing. And I'm so glad we met. And I cannot wait to see you again. When are you opening up Toronto? And like, when are you going to be able to travel again? Hi, Sancha, you're on live. I don't see your video or I don't hear your voice. Okay. Oh, you're off of hold and you're live on the Aniya A show and people are watching and they're welcoming you. All right, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, I think Sancha is joining us now. Tune in, everybody, because Sancha from Little Haiti, Miami is with us. There she is. Sancha, can you see me?
I can see you. Can you see me?
I can, sweetheart. Welcome back to the Aniya A show. We know that you are a busy woman. I already read your bio. Look, the people are saying, welcome, Sancha. You have Robin Clanton watching. You have Mimi from Canada watching. I say Canada, but it's Canada. And just real quick, I don't know if you got a chance to see since you were backstage, but we got a shipment for our children in Haiti. We got a shipment of beautiful pens. We got all sorts of beautiful trinkets for them to make jewelry. And they have gems now. They have glue, scissors. We're sending all of this to Haiti, Sancha. And you know what? I just thought about it. Maybe you and I can talk offline about this work that I'm doing with the orphanages in Haiti. Okay?
Where is that orphanage at?
Oh,
just a quick question.
No problem. It's in Barbacool, Haiti, Port-au-Prince.
All right. And I have something going on like as we speak.
Oh, really?
Really? Okay, that's for another day.
Yes. Offline, we will talk. Real quick, Sancha, yes. There's a light. There's something is happening with the light. I don't know why it looks like we can't see you clearly. Okay, that's perfect. Can you stay right there? When you move, it does something with the lighting. Okay, that's perfect.
Okay, let me fix it and see.
Yeah, it looks like there's like a set of blinds or something. There you go, Sancha.
How about that?
Perfect. Perfect, sister. I don't know what it was. It was just a weird lighting situation happening.
I think I still see it.
I see you clearly now. I can see clearly now. The rain is gone.
Oh, yes. Don't do it.
Okay, now that we're on, you have people watching. Lucky, relax. So I might have to step away if this dog doesn't behave because he thinks we're playing games. Oh, you go ahead and start us off, Sancha, because the people are watching you now. Let the people know who you are. I already read your bio, but let them know a little bit about your background as far as Haiti and the United States and something that you're very passionate about.
All right, girl.
I'll be right back.
Hello, everybody. Since Naya already read my bio, but I don't think it hurts to just, go back to it. I am SANTCHA Etienne, as she mentioned. I am from Haiti. I'm a mother of one. As a matter of fact, um, my little girl is turning 14th this Friday. I'm excited about that. Um,
Yay!
so I am happy to be on the Aniya A show to talk to you tonight a little bit about not about me, but the work that is happening in my community and our community. I am a community organizer with BAJI, which is the Black Alliance for Just Immigration. It's a racial justice and migrants' right organization that organize, advocates, and raise awareness around issues facing Black immigrants and African Americans.
Mm.
Um,
So
BAJI,
real quick, I'm sorry because I didn't realize that it wasn't just for immigrants; it's for Black Americans as well.
yes, ma'am.
Wow, beautiful.
BAJI is the largest Black-led organization with nearly 10 million Black immigrants, refugees, and families living in the U.S. that we are in charge of, advocating for and with. We specifically work to address the unique challenges facing our communities, which include mass criminalization,
Mm.
the impact of egregious immigration policies, economic inequality, and the health and well-being of Black immigrants, African American, and their families.
Wow.
Our ultimate goal is to build power for our diaspora to win transformative social change.
Mm.
So BAJI is not only in Florida, Miami specifically. Um, the headquarters is in New York.
Wow. Yay.
Yay! We are in DC, we are in Georgia, we are in California, LA. Um, if I'm missing if I'm missing a place, please don't kill me.
We won't. We won't. We know you have a heavy workload, and so we won't kill you for missing one of these many cities. And you know what? I'm so glad we're talking about Baji because before, you and I met and spoke even the other night, I had no idea that you did this work. I remembered we met via a mutual acquaintance whom I've never met face to face, which is so interesting to me. Remind me her name again. Her name, Farah. No.
Farah Layeux.
Farah Layeux introduced myself and SANTCHA, but this is why I wanted to bring you on tonight. Number one, because of your great life's work and your story, but number two, to remind people to always be good to people because you never know how this world works. Like 3 years later or so, here I am full circle with one of my mentors, Master B, hitting me up like, Aniya, you have to meet this young lady named SANTCHA. And SANTCHA already was watching the show or some already was connected. And I'm like, wait, I know this name. This is a beautiful sister doing great work. Full circle, years later, here we are. So ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, never burn a bridge. Never be nasty to people because you just never know. So SANTCHA, tell me real quick, because I want you to get right into TPS, DACA, etc. But you are an immigrant from Haiti and you've been living in the United States for how long now?
I've been here for 20 years now.
Awesome.
20 years. I came here when I was turning 20.
Okay.
So you guys already guessed my age.
Yes.
I will be 20. I will be 40 next month, by the way.
Next month. And you look good, sister. Congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you. I'm here doing this type of work, but it didn't start here. It started back home in school, at church. I was always doing something. I've never sitting down. You know, I am in all different departments that we have in church. Um, and I was raised Catholic, so the Catholic Church was in my area. I mean, where I was in Petit Guave, we
Okay.
were very involved. We were doing comedy, dancing, and you know, doing all type of activities in the church, in the community, keeping our community alive. You know, vibing. I was young. Um, all the young people that were with me, we were just, you know, vibing and keeping our community alive.
I love
So
it.
it was all that energy from back home, and then I took that with me over here, and stepping in the Miami area, in Little Haiti specifically, with all that energy.
Uh-huh.
So I said, let's make it happen with other organization, other leaders, young leaders in my community that were already doing the thing, and meet with them, and here I am today, continuing the work from back home and here, and it's a continuous work that's happening for our community, with our community, and want to make sure that our communities stay focused, and we are live, we are vibing, we're not dead,
Yes.
and even they don't see us like, when I say they, you know what I mean.
Yes.
They don't see us um, with a brighter future,
Right.
but we see the future for our community. So
Yes,
that's the
sister.
reason why I'm not gonna sit down. I'm not gonna step back. We are moving forward, and we're gonna keep our community growing and going.
I love that, sister. You are not playing no games. Real quick, before we get into DACA and TPS, tell us, who are some of your role models, like either growing up, now, in between? Because I say that to say a lot of times, you know, we look at people that are doing this work and we think it's natural. Sometimes it's natural. Like you said, it comes from the environment. But do you have anybody that you could say helped mold you into the person that you are today?
Well, from back home, since I said that did not start over here, it
Right.
started back home. My grandfather was he passed away 4 years ago.
I'm sorry.
Uh, I'm blessed because 4 years ago I had all my four grandparents. Now I have three.
You
I
are
am
lucky, sister. I have none except for my step
oh,
grandfather.
I'm
But oh,
sorry.
you are blessed. It's okay, because some people are just blessed like that to live really long ages. That is amazing.
Yes, my grandfather, um, when I was growing up, even when he gets to 90, he was 93, and he was still doing gardens, like planting corn, maize. So
My,
that's another thing we are learning tonight. If you don't speak Creole, but you get your pen and pencil, you're gonna learn some words tonight.
that's it. My corn. That's it.
I mean corn, which is
Yep.
maize, pitimi. It's he was working, and for him to get up every morning, go into the gardens, and it's not like the way it is here. Like
Exactly.
it's easy for them. It's under it's hard work, you know. And he was going every day. So watching him doing that on a daily basis, it inspires me
Mm,
not to be lazy,
yes.
um, to make sure that I work.
Wow.
You must work to live,
Amen.
do what you're supposed to do. Regardless the situation was for him, he would get up and go,
Mm,
you know. So that was my motivation. Regardless of what it is, I have to get up and go.
Love it. Love it. And that is a strong work ethic.
Yes, ma'am. And when I moved here, um, I was always looking at Miss Marlene Bastien on TV,
Oh,
and never met her because I was not um, originally like came over here in Miami. I was
right.
in the West Coast, but I was looking, always seeing her in TV, and she was this, she's this brave person speaking with such, like, I'm like, ooh, I want to meet her.
Yes, yes.
And um, when I moved to Miami and finally meet Miss Marlene Bastien, um, I was like, mm, I am in, all in, and we're gonna do work. So that seeing her passionately doing the work that she was doing at that time, I mean, she's alive, you know.
Oh, yeah.
When I say was, I'm talking about at that time that when I moved
Yeah.
to Miami,
Yep.
I met her, and the type of work that she was doing, which was community work, always keeping it's like, man, always always doing work for her community, making sure that her community is receiving the proper care.
Yes.
People respect what we are about. She cares about everything that this community is. So I just follow what she was doing. I admired her work. So um, come here and hear about what Father Gérard Jean-Just was doing.
Mm.
Uh, I didn't get to work with him, but his legacy, the legacy that he left behind, followed through, and I can read, I can hear. So that's another, even he's no longer with us, but the legacy is still working at work, and I follow through, and I loved that. So these two people, um, they are the role model, and continue for the work that I'm doing, and I keep on looking at what he was doing, what she is doing, to continue doing my part as a young leader in this community.
I love that. And as you're saying that about Marlene Bastien for the Haitians out there, I'm going to text her right now, let her know we're shouting her out because I freaking love her as well. And my sister, her name is Katiana de Home Anglais, is the person who had me to meet Miss Marlene Bastien years ago. So I'm super excited to know that she is one of the people that you highly regard and look up to. And I'm posting on Katiana's page now to let her know you are live and we are talking about Haiti tonight. Now, with that being said, for those that are watching the Aniya A show, thank you, first of all, for tuning in. And we love each and every one of you. Shouts out to all the leaders, especially the women out there. Again, Robin Clanton says, hello, SANTCHA, welcome. You are the bomb. And Mimi has been shouting you out as well. She loves you all the way from Toronto, Canada, aka Canada. We have Tanika In-Law that's watching and, you know, sending love, as well as Janice Lawrence Clark on Instagram, sending love and liking everything. Ronald Curiel is watching and loving. Gregory Roberts just said, SANTCHA, you are a blessing in the community. So you have the people watching and interested. And now is the time, I guess, to talk about the work that you do with BAJI. And that's why we're here tonight. Besides learning about this great sister who's doing great work, we know that there is so much more that you have to put into us. And before you get started, I may get emotional, but I just want to say, for all those that are watching that do not understand why Aniya A does this work or why I do this work, first of all, I am the child of Haitian parents. I am a first generation immigrant or native natal of this United States of America. My roots are Haiti. A lot of times people are ignorant, right? And they say stuff like, why do you go back to your country, Aniya? Why do you still live in the United States of America? For those racist people that are out there, when you have parents from another country, but you still have that love for them and that culture, that's never going to go away. And with the United States being the way it is in this present society and time that we're in, just to let you know, no one can tell anybody to go back to their country because the United States of America was stolen. Mark my words, stolen. So freaking lin. Okay? So when you guys are talking about Christopher Columbus, you're talking about all this other foolishness, go to hell. Because at the end of the day, this country doesn't even belong to the original forefathers of this country. That's one. Number two, I wanted us to talk about tonight why this is so important, because years ago, a certain occupant in the White House decided to say that we as Haitians, as well as those from Africa and Guatemala, are from different countries. Yet in the same breath, this asshole, excuse my language for those Christians out there or those that claim Jesus or whatever the hell you're claiming, listen to me. He went ahead and ate a bowl of taco whatever, cabron or whatever, with sour cream guacamole, okay, to show his alliance with the Mexicanos. Furthermore, if anybody knows anything about the occupant in office and you know anything about his properties in Florida, who the hell do you think works there? Not the English, not the English with the blue eyes, not those from Finland, Denmark, etc. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, right now, we are going to talk about something that's very near and dear to my heart. Haiti is already a crazy country with a lot of issues. And every week, from what I've been told, hundreds of our people are being sent back. We have a massive issue with deportation. And this is where we have specialists come in to share the truth of the matter. But I also want you to never forget that this country was nobody's except for the Native Americans, and white people came in here and stole this land. Do not forget that. Go ahead, Sister SANTCHA, please.
As you mentioned, we are dealing with crazy times. And to begin with, the fact that the way that Haiti is right now, we must also know that US plays a big role in what's happening back home. We must know that from the get-go. When it comes to election back home, we cannot, I repeat, we cannot have our people back home get out, vote, and to vote someone that cares about them, that will work for them, that care about what's going on in the country, that would put that country back to track. After they get out and vote, but yet it's not the results that, you know, of their vote that get into question. It's what America says that goes. Whomever that they want to be president, that's who they pick. And that person that they pick, it's just someone that they notice, this person, if that other person that was voted into office by the people of Haiti gets in, they will not be able to do whatever they want with the country. But if this person that I know, if we know that if they get in office, that this will be great for the US. And that's how it happens. They just pick their own people, people that, you know, works for them and with them, but unfortunately that don't care about what's going on back home, that don't see that this country is going down, and it's because of the lack of leadership, of their leadership, you know. And so it's, I say this to say that the US play a big role in what's going on back home. But yet in the middle of this big pandemic, people are dying left to right, and they don't care. Every other Tuesday, there's a shipment of people to Haiti. They claim these people are criminals, but please, we know better than that.
We know better.
We know. I mean, what do you consider criminal? What should a person do to be a criminal? Like, really? What is it that all of these people did and they suddenly became criminals, and you have to deport them in the middle of a big pandemic? Yet this country is, they still saying, a land of the free, a place where you come and your dream come true. It's all the great things they are talking about this country. Yes, when I was coming over here, that's what I was told too, that this place, if you focus, you know, you can become whatever that you want to be. It's true. But at the same talking, people that are in power, they are using this power and doing bad to other places, such as Haiti. Another thing, it's not just the deportation that's, you know, happening to immigrants, specifically Haitian people. I'm pretty sure that people heard of TPS.
Correct.
TPS stand for temporary protected status. And TPS is a temporary non-immigrant status that is offered to nationals of certain designated countries. And DHS designates TPS eligible countries based on natural disasters, wars, and other civil unrest. So that's how Haiti got TPS after the earthquake. President Obama granted TPS to Haitian after the earthquake. I don't have to get into the earthquake situation, because anytime I talk about the earthquake, I get emotional.
That's right.
And it's still I'm still not healed from that. So I'm not going into details for that, but we were granted TPS. And
take your time.
People that are on TPS, they have to do fingerprinted. They have to be fingerprinted to check if they are not criminals. And January 2010, the earthquake happened and granted TPS. Now TPS is under attack.
That's right.
TPS is under attack. And do you know how many people from Haiti that are on TPS?
Hundreds of thousands.
We have in total 300,000 plus people that are on TPS from countries like Honduras, Sudan, South Sudan, Syria, um, Nicaragua, all these places, about 300,000. And Haiti have 60,000 folks that are on TPS. And TPS is under attack as of January 4th of 2020. If if there is nothing that say that they are going to TPS, they renew TPS for these 60,000 folks, they are in trouble. They could be deported. Deported to go where? To Haiti. If you look at the news, Haiti is not stable and be able to receive 60,000 people there. Because after the earthquake, that was not all. We had Hurricane Matthew.
Yes.
We had other disasters that happened in Haiti, and that make Haiti unstable to receive 60,000 people back to the land. And these people need to be protected from being removed.
That's right.
So how can we help? What can people do? We need to get out of this protected status to have, for these people to have permanent protected status. Okay, a pathway to citizenship. How can that happen? The lawmakers, that's who need to just put something together for these people. And let's talk about, let's take a break here and talk about how these people, so these TPS recipients, how are they so involved in the economy of this country?
Yes.
Because they work. They work. They are in each department of this country. During this pandemic, we have doctors that are on TPS. We have nurses that are on TPS.
Very great points.
CNAs that are on TPS. The janitors that are on TPS. I mean, on every level, these people are there. They are paying taxes. But yet, guess what? If something happened to them, they don't have benefits. But yet, they are so courageous. They wake up every morning and go to work. They pay taxes, but yet there is no benefits for them.
That's right. Or no idea of what the future holds for them.
Okay. They have kids in the country. So the fact that they have TPS, it's mean that they are not criminals, because you check them out before you give them this paper.
That's right.
So stop treating them like they are criminals. They're not, because you have the proof that they are not.
That's right.
So the fact that they're already here, they are building, they are paying taxes, they are working hard, they are hard-working people. They have kids in this country, they have businesses, they are homeowners. Meaning they are contributed to the economy of this country. So why are you acting up?
Talk about it.
Why? Why don't you work with them as they are doing great things in this country? Why just work with them? Give them a pathway to citizenship. Why not? That's not gonna kill you.
Let me ask you something. What do you think the reason is that they ultimately, besides the racism and things of that nature, why do you think in your professional background that they're acting this way? And also, Gregory Roberts, our special correspondent, says Cult 45, you know who Cult 45 is, would not ever call a European country a shithole country. That's a strong fact.
Yeah, racism is real
Yes.
in the United States, and the president, you know, it's just, I mean, it was always there,
Right.
but this one in office, I don't want to say his name, it just shows on a daily basis who he is really.
Yes.
A racist ass person. Excuse my French.
Go ahead, sister, because this subject will make even the Pope curse. I swear to God. I mean, and seriously, because at the end of the day, nobody can really figure this out. Do you know in your capacity what some of the solutions are then, besides, you know, what we've been discussing? What are some of the solutions? Whom do we have to call, or what can we do to help you, SANTCHA, with your workload as a community that cares?
Well, we do know who the lawmakers are.
Correct.
These elected officials, those, we are their constituents. We need to call on them.
Yeah.
Call on them and ask them, like, really, you need to act now. Act now. These people deserve to stay in the US and continue to do the great things that they are doing here.
That's right.
There is no need for them to go back. They are here and they're here to stay. So they must stay. But you need to act on that now. Because it's racism, like, it's clear the reason why they are targeting TPS. It's because they don't care about us Black immigrants. They don't care about us. They don't want to see us here.
That's a fact.
So it's just based on racism. This decision, it's just based on that. So as of January 4th, 2021, as you know, there was a lawsuit, Ramos versus Nielsen, and they just win, and they just win. So right now, the TPS recipients are just holding on and just looking and see what's gonna be done in the next months coming, you know. If there is nothing, if they don't do something now, as early as January, we are in trouble. So we must act now. They must act now.
They must act now. Let me ask you something. Are you all in contact with the politicians, especially in Miami, because that seems to be the hot spot where a lot of our Haitians are being deported from? And what, if anything, are these politicians saying in those areas?
Unfortunately, we have Marco Rubio.
I was gonna say that bastard's name who thinks he's completely not Cuban. Oh my God. I've met him, I've spoken with him, and I do not comprende him. Look, comprende him.
We have Marco Rubio. Every time we make a trip to his office, he's never there. We are not allowed to go in. Okay? Even his constituents, like we could go there with people that in his district, like go there, and they're not going to open the door
Right.
to let them in. And they always say he's not available or he's not here to talk to us. We go up there to DC.
Yes.
He's not available to talk to us.
And he's your state senator. Marco Rubio is the senator in your district.
Yes, yes.
And for the record, for those that don't know, Marco Rubio is also a Cuban immigrant. His parents are straight up from Cuba. And Marco Rubio is ashamed. Like, he is one of those people, I don't even want to get onto him. I've met with Marco. I was there in Florida when he was running for president. And then, you know, Patrick Murphy was running for his seat as a Democrat. And I was a part of that campaign situation. I say a situation because it ended up being a freaking entanglement, because Marco Rubio did not completely abandon his seat. He knew exactly what he was doing. And it turned out to be a very bad decision on Patrick's part. However, we got to really see who Marco Rubio really is. And I don't know why his parents have allowed him to act like this, but he's a disgrace to the Cuban race, as well as all immigrants around the world. And I hope Marco Rubio hears this and he sees this message from his girl, Aniya A. I have selfies with Marco Rubio. I've been in private meetings with him, coming from the Treasure Coast and being a leader there. I'm ashamed of Marco Rubio. I hope somebody gets that message to him, because he should know from the bottom of my heart how much this hurts that he's acting like this.
And we have Rick Scott, another one.
Don't even talk about that monster. He looks like a Skeletor. He is a skeleton wrapped in white paper. Swear to God, I hate that one too. But go ahead. What about him?
So these leaders, so-called leaders, they don't want to have nothing to do with this issue. This issue that their constituents are facing.
Let me ask you something, and this is coming from a sincere place, but I also have to say that I am so embarrassed about how our Haitian leaders have failed us. Do you think, because I know what you're saying too, SANTCHA, the older I get and the more I learn about politics and some of the things that happen behind closed doors, etc. Do you think it's our leadership or lack thereof from Haiti that causes a lot of this rift in the United States? Because let's be honest, yes, the United States has a major hold on the Haitian political gamut. However, the Haitian leaders are really screwing up our personification of the country.
Yes, yes, ma'am. I remember when we were in 2017, we were fighting for them to renew TPS.
Correct.
And we kept on asking the government to send a letter to here in the US to say that the country is not stable to receive these people here. I mean, yes, they are Haitian, but they were here on the first they were here because there was a disaster in the country. And it may not be an earthquake, but we are going through disasters after disasters in the country.
Yes.
And the government itself is a disaster.
Yes.
To the community, to this country. So we asked them to send a letter over and over and over again. And they never did. Never did. And the reason why now they're telling us that they did not send a letter because the US put pressure on them and tell them that if they don't receive these people, that's pertaining to deportation that's happening on a bi-weekly basis. They're saying the US is putting pressure on them that if they don't receive these people that they are sending back, they will not get help from them. So the US is threatening them not to help Haiti if they don't want to receive the people that they are deporting back to them.
In other words, they were claiming that they were in a really bad predicament and they could not send this letter out to the US government. Now, at the time, wouldn't that have been Michel Martelly was the president, Tekale?
Yes.
And wasn't he in the pockets of Hillary Clinton?
You are entering politics, sister. Yes.
I am a political person, and what people don't know is a lot of the work I do is behind closed doors, but I know a certain amount of things, which is not very wise of me to share this publicly. But when you give a damn about what's happening, you have to verbalize some of the things that you know, sister. And I know a lot more than people perceive, but of course it's a very dangerous game because as we know in Haiti, the moment you freaking open your mouth against their foolishness, they kill you. And that's another thing. We just lost a major attorney who is very vocal in the Haitian political / entertainment industry, right? He was on several, platforms speaking out against the injustice. And what do? Instead of fixing the problems, they kill him. The vagabond socials, they killed him.
Yes.
I am living in a community where I may have a little more protection, but I'm not going to say everything I know because it's a very dangerous game. But my God, it's very sad when you have people that don't care. Where are the hearts of the Haitian people? When are they going to wake up as leaders and really lead? I understand that the United States of America is a pretty effed up place, but you have millions of people, including children and goons, that need help. Running water, electricity, functioning roads. Hell, even the White House in Haiti is still messed up after the earthquake.
These leaders, I feel like they take Haiti like a piece of cake. They cut it, they take the slice.
Yep.
And put it in the plate or the pocket to say, and keep on going. It's their own interests that they put before the people.
Correct.
They don't see they choose not to see what this country is going to. We have people that, those that they are killing are the ones that know better, that can do better, that can lead the country to the right path. But because they are talking about them or about what they are doing to this country, they choose to kill them.
That's right.
So we will get to a point where those people will just shut their mouth.
That's
They
right.
will not say nothing, and that's where they just gonna keep they take over already. They're just gonna keep on going with the um their shenanigans and lead the country deeper and deeper and deeper troubles. And this morning I was having a conversation with a group of young leaders, and one of them asked a question and said, they were talking about Kanye West that went to Haiti.
Yes. And got an island in what the?
And they were asking, they're like, what does he mean by he got an island in Haiti? Like, who gave that to him? And under what? I mean, who was there? Who signed it? The paper? How did that happen? And why? So all of these questions was asking from these young leaders. And at the end of the conversation, one of them say, I think we need to stand up as young Haitian American folks that are in the diaspora. We need to strategize.
Yes.
We need to talk. We need to have a plan of action, because Haiti should not go down the way it's going down.
Baby.
As the first Black republic that say no to slavery, that say we will not take this anymore. And we are proud. And but you know, because of that, this is what they are making us paying for that.
Exactly.
That's what's happening. But yet, since the big Napoleon army, we defeated those. So we can do that again. We need a new 1804. We need, I mean, the chain that it was off our feet, but because of the way this country is going, it's like we still chain up here.
Mentally.
And we need to get rid of that mentality. We are not chained up anymore. We need to sit down and strategize and do better and act better, because we should not let our country go down the drain like that. Our ancestors fought for that.
That's right.
And yet, every day, our own is just selling us out. Because that's exactly what it is. We need to be united. That's our only plan. That if we don't unite, if we do not unite ourselves, then we're gonna continue to go down and deeper. But we need to stand up, fight back.
That's right.
We need to stand up and fight back. It's so embarrassing how, like, right now, you know what time it is. It's election time.
Exactly.
And even over here, our own Haitian folks, they do not look at the issues, what's going on, and to make a better decision on who and how to vote. You see them out there saying they want this man that's in office to stay in office. But I don't think they know about TPS, because if they do know about TPS, they have, I'm pretty sure, if it's not a sister or a brother, you have a cousin, a friend of a cousin that's on TPS. Okay? We need to be better. We need to act better. We need to put our own interest aside, but we see the whole as country, as people. We unite, we do things together that will benefit our people, our country.
And I wanted to take a segue and play a song in regards to this subject. We have to reunite. Do you know this song?
Yes. Mighty Kevin oh, to the set you.
SANTCHA.
Yes, power to the people.
Wave your flags, my people. First freed Black nation. We have to do better. Sorry, SANTCHA, I had to make sure we had that song playing for that.
You're good, because the song says it all. It's in there. We need to be united. We should not let them come between us. And we did. We let them come in and do whatever that they want.
That's
We
right.
shouldn't let that happen. So I appreciate that song.
Me too. And to know that we as a people overcame so much, but yet we're going so far backwards. And that's why I had to share that song. And I'm going to let a couple more songs play as we're speaking, but very low in the background. Tell us about this initiative the young people were talking about. And do you think something could come out of it, SANTCHA?
I definitely think something can come out of it. Because after we're done with the conversation, the next step was to get a Zoom call going.
Yes.
And one of the youngest said, sometimes we talk and we put things aside. I am not going to have this conversation and leave it here. So I am waiting for a link for a Zoom call by this coming week, because we need to stop thinking like we are here and we have nothing to do with Haiti. We have everything to do with Haiti.
I love it.
This is our country. Our ancestors did so much.
So much.
So we are letting them, if they could get up and like kill us, they would do, because what they left, the legacy that they left for us, we are not moving forward with it. We are not. We choose our own path. We do our own thing. And for us not to be together, and that was one of the models. They said they want us to stay together because they did what they did together.
And that's the point. Real quick, Kelmy Rodriguez, Reverend Pastor Minister Kelmy Rodriguez says, in unity there is strength. Everybody knows about La Union fait la force, except for the Haitian people, it seems like. Mimi from Toronto, Canada, puts up the Haitian flag and a big heart. And then, of course, Master B has made a grand entrance. GB, Master B, our mentor, our friend, our big brother, says, great show. Thank you guys so much. You are tuning to the Aniya A show. I got emotional when I talk about Haiti. Forgive the tears, forgive the emotions. For a country to have survived and gone through everything it's gone through, it seems as if we are separating more and more every day. And it just breaks my heart. It breaks my heart because when I was a little girl, and I would travel to Haiti with my family, it wasn't like this. And SANTCHA, my own father, refuses to go back to Haiti. It's been like 50 years because the Haiti he remembers is not the Haiti today. A lot of Haitians, they leave the country and they never return because of the bad leadership, because of the selfish behavior of the people in power. And I don't even have any words or solutions, but I just hope before I die, before we leave this earth, SANTCHA, something can be done. And tonight was very special for me because when I first heard about DACA and the TPS, and every Tuesday there's mass deportations going on that nobody speaks about because it's not verbalized in the media. They keep these things under wraps. But my first issue is, where are the leaders? Those who can make a difference. See, what happens is, and I hope whoever is watching sends this message to them, because we're all connected. You know, they used to say it was 6 degrees of separation, but it's like 1 degree because of social media. So if you're connected to Michel Martelly, Wyclef Jean, you know, Jovenel, anybody else that can make any changes, speak with them and let them know that we're tired. We want to do more. Look at, you don't even know, my apartment right now, and I'm going to show you guys something, is full of items for Haiti. But why do we, as the diaspora, why do we, as those that are trying to make a living, have to give back everything to the Haitian children? Why is there nothing for the people? I don't mind it, but it stresses me out when the people don't have anything to eat. The people don't have clothes for school. They don't have school books.
Sister, the tears say it all. But we must find a way to redefine what safety looks like for Haiti. We must find a way and redefine what love, the love that we have for our country, what it looks like. And through love from far or near or in Haiti, we would make a difference. So we need to have a conversation and strategize to redefine all these, because our country should not die. We should not let that happen. We are a strong and hard working people. Like, we are so powerful. We are. But because we are divided, we have no strength. So when we have our strength, and when we realize that divided we will not go nowhere, and make sure that we understand what that means to be united. We will win if we are united. We will. And victory has to be on our side. We are the people. We are. We love. After the earthquake, what happened in Haiti, the way people were living, it just tells you, well, we could go through whatever it is, because the way things were, it's like, if I have a little bit of food or a piece of bread in my hand, my sister or my brother that is next to me under that tent will eat. They will eat with me. So therefore, we have it. We just have to redefine that and strategize on how we're going to do it and make it happen. It's there. We are the people. We are there. Do we have to do advocacy? Do we have to call on other people to get together? Who do we need to call on to make it happen? We know these that are in power already. You know, they're doing their thing. We know that. But with love on our side, victory has to be on our side. We must take over. We must. DACA, I do work with a lot of organizations that are doing a lot of work when it comes to DACA. I work in partnership with them. DACA is what? DACA is Deferred Action for Childhood Arrivals. This program was put together in June 2012 by President Obama, the administration, for those that came here, the young kids that came here with their parents, and they were giving, this program was for them, and it begins in August that same year, 2012. But in June 2020, this year, the US Supreme Court ruled that the way the Trump administration ended DACA, so they ended DACA, but the Supreme Court said that the way the administration ended DACA was arbitrary and not justified.
That's right.
So therefore, they violated the Administrative Procedure Act. So that's why the Supreme Court's decision overruled the Trump administration ending of DACA. So meaning DACA continue to be in effect.
Until
But
September last month.
still under attack.
Yeah.
Still under attack. So it is just to tell you, it's like everything that President Obama put together for us, this administration can't stand it. They had to end it.
Right. Destroy it.
They had to get rid of it. So racism is just clear. It's there. We can see it, feel it, smell it. So if we don't get ourselves together, believe me, believe it, we will not be able to resist. We are resilient. We are the people. We need to be united to get rid of racism. And it's time now to make that happen. Know how you're going to vote, who you're gonna vote for. And it's not just presidential I'm talking about. I'm talking about local election as well. The commissioners. We need to think of them too. Our communities, what those people elected in office, local elected, what they do can move this community to forward, can also kill our community.
Totally.
What they do, destroy our community. So we need to think of who you're gonna vote for in your district as commissioner.
That's right.
Who you gonna vote for as mayor. Okay, we need to. These people, they think for us. They decide for us. But if they're not aware of the issues, community issues, what's going on in your community, they will not be able to do right by us. So we need to keep them accountable. We should not vote for someone that you know for sure that don't have our community benefits at heart. We shouldn't. So therefore, it's not just about the presidential race. We need to think about the local, who you're voting for and how you're voting, and keep the issues alive. Okay? This election, TPS has to be on the ballot. This election, immigrants has to be in the ballot. This election, justice has to be on the ballot. How they're killing us from left to right, and there is no justice for us. So we need to make sure that those issues that Black immigrants are facing today, we put them before and go out and vote. We need to do that. Like African Americans, Black immigrants experience unjust outcomes the US social, political, and economic system, from being subjected to police abuse, racial profiling, mass incarceration, the inadequate access to health care, and social safety net. Add to that family separation, the unique language barrier and challenges to just employment facing all Blacks and immigrant community. We need to think, act, and do the right thing by voting in the right people to do the right thing for our community and do right by us. Before COVID, the work that we were doing, like leadership building, KYR, know your rights, train the trainer, educate our community on issues that affected them, youth leadership through RJ Circle, educate, train, and engage. All these type, this is what we were doing before COVID. And as of now, we adjust based on COVID.
Right.
And things that we are doing right now are, we put together something to help our community, especially the undocumented that lost their jobs, you know, those that were working and get paid under the table, like we say, those without jobs, kids are home, they don't go to school, and rent is due, food need to be put on the table, hot plates, school, regardless if they go in class, to class or not, they need school supplies. So we got ourselves together with the help of BAJI, Black Alliance, that always support this initiative, by donated money to buy food. In we use that money, and actually, okay, we do a letter, we send it out to people, to organization, and they donate.
Wow.
So this group, what we've been doing during COVID, we put everything else aside to readjust ourselves because we needed to show up for our people, for our community. And we buy the good food that we know our community needed.
Yes.
Rice, pois, maïs moulin, blé, l'huile, vegetable, like kalaloo. We should do that to those that don't know what we are saying. Kalaloo is okra.
Oh, you're breaking up a little bit, Sancha.
About now?
Oh, it's like you touching something on your speaker. You were clear before.
No, I didn't.
Better. Tell them what kalaloo is. Blé, di kolapwa.
Kalaloo is okra. Is about now. You hear me well?
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Okra is a type of vegetable that we love. In the Haitian community, we love kalaloo.
Yep.
Tili, you know, tili is rice.
Rice. Yep.
Maïs moulin is cornmeal.
Cornmeal.
Blé is bulgur. We have corn on the cob, like
Maïs.
maïs. Not maïs moulin, maïs.
Maïs.
Corn on the cob, like we boiled it.
That's
you know,
right.
put a little butter on it. Oops.
Woo.
We give out green pepper, and it's a complete package.
Yes.
so that they are able to go home and feed their family. We had a cash assistance program running, and we get, you know, donation and help these undocumented people that were being treating, they were under threat by their landlord, telling them they're gonna call the police for them, and them being scared of being in trouble with the police and go leave the house, sometimes with their things in there, and go sleep at friends and families with kids. So we were all about that. We are all about that during COVID.
Wow.
Make sure that our community is taken care of. We are who they get. We are all they have.
All
So
they have.
we need to show up. When we have a community meeting, they come out, they sit down, they listen, we educate them. And when it's our turn to show up, we must do that too. We must show up for our communities. And I am in Miami, but I'm pretty sure there are other communities that need help just like that. So if you are listening, you are not I don't know why it's
Better. You were saying if you're listening and if you're in your communities, share how people can help. You have to keep contact.
how we have this if you go to BAJI.org, go under, I'm sorry, you go under, you look for assistance, you're gonna click under there, and you're gonna have the link where you can donate to help to this cause. Because believe me, it makes a big difference in our community. By buying all these things that I was telling you. Now, we used to do this twice a week, a month. And because of funding, we do it just once a month now. But when we do that, we serve about 300 to 500 families once a month.
Wow.
And a complete package, that's what we give. I can share with you rooms that when we're putting things together, I can share that those with you with pallets of rice. We are having people from our community coming, regardless of COVID. We do social distancing. We have our masks. We wear gloves. We do what we're supposed to do. Follow the guidelines. And regardless of COVID, show up and put things together and serve our community. This is our new religion. Serve.
Serve. Serve.
Serve.
Now we're gonna have to come for a part 2 and a part 3 with you, SANTCHA, because I tell people all the time, and as we discussed, irregardless of what happens for this election, for the presidential election, we still have to galvanize and work within our communities. And I'm so glad that you shared that earlier. At this time, SANTCHA, please share how people can stay in contact with you and work with you, because you are a leader in your communities, but I'm pretty sure you need help, you need volunteers, and maybe you at BAJI may need additional resources or assistance. And of course, when we get off this line, I'll be contacting you tomorrow about my children and my orphanage in Haiti. And I have a couple of things to do before the end of the night, but we're gonna wrap it up in just a minute. It's been such an honor and a pleasure. Sorry I got emotional, This is me.
It's all good, honey. It's all good. Let me share with you just a little bit of that initiative you have going on for Haiti. Um, I I went to Haiti in 2019, but every time that I go to Haiti, I make it a priority to visit an area outside of the capital, like the
Aniya A.
yeah, like where they don't see these people, they don't know them, they don't care about them.
Right.
I make it a priority to visit an area like that. And I went to visit a little clinic in one area in Petit Guave. And when I went there, I noticed this woman was taking blood. The nurse was taking blood from an elderly person. Now, you know, there was not a tourniquet to do that. They had to use a plastic bag to tie the arm to make that happen. What was gonna kill me later on is a pin that was used on that lady finger to get blood for that person was diabetic, to check their sugar. And me being diabetic, because I am diabetic, and I check my sugar and I see how painful that is to put myself in the morning with the right thing and using a pin. What we call a pin now.
A ping.
And they poke her finger with that to get the blood because they don't have supplies. And when I came back, I made it a priority. I spoke to any doctors that I came in contact with. My doctor specifically, he is Haitian. And then I go to him and I talk to him. I said, we need help. Those people, Port-au-Prince is not Haiti. Port-au-Prince is the capital, but there are other places in Haiti that are in great need of help. We must help. So I started putting things together, like tourniquets, little things to check the little blood sugar machine,
Yeah.
blood pressures, like things that we can, send to them. And I started that. I'm still doing that. And with the food that's happening, we are giving this food distribution here. We are thinking on having like a health fair, and then give food and have people check in, and then on those little clinics to make it a priority to send them supplies, maybe every 5 months, every 6 months, with the help of people in the community that can help. So that's why when you mention, you see my little room, it's full, it's packed, and I cannot turn around in my little apartment. I can't. Boxes for the school reopening.
Wow.
I have boxes, I have bags, and then still asking people for supplies to put inside those bags to send out. We did bags, we did do distribution here when the school was reopening here. We did a backpack giveaway as well, thanks to BAJI, that have the connection, and our executive director, shout out to Nana Gramfi, that help us get book bags and school supplies to give out to the to the children to go back to school. So
that is a blessing. And I try to tell people all the time, in the United States, there are so many programs set up for this. But I'm so appreciative of the work that you're doing. And I just got a shipment of items that I need to ship to Haiti, which I know you and I could talk about, because I can even send stuff to your people in your village or whatever. Let's talk about this offline. And I am so happy that we had this conversation tonight. And we have much more work to do, my sister. Thank God for Baji that cares. Thank God for all of the leaders in your community. Share with them how they can stay in touch with you. And we'll be back for part 2, part 3. And I feel like we're going to be working hand in hand.
Part infinitive.
How can people stay in
Part
touch with you,
infinitive.
SANTCHA, my love? Please let the people know.
I can be reached via Facebook, SANTCHA ETIENNE, via email, santcha@baji.org. That's SANTCHA @baji.org. Baji is BAJI.org.
I love it. I absolutely love it. And you know what, SANTCHA, I am so appreciative of everything that you're doing. And I know that we just have started, even though we've known each other for years via social media and things of that nature. But this, God works everything out for a reason. I wasn't ready to do the work again. And now I'm in a better place, physically, emotionally, spiritually. I'm not gonna say financially yet, because I'm still looking for the funds that I need to continue the work that I'm doing. But I know I'm gonna put it in the atmosphere. The money is coming, everything is coming together for our children in Haiti and our people for sure. And at this time, SANTCHA, I don't know if you want to have any final words to the community, any quotes, any scriptures, because I have a letter that I'm going to read now from Mimi, aka Mishka Nazar, all the way from Toronto, Canada. I met her once before the COVID, twice actually, at Whole Foods in Harlem on 125th Street. And we've been connected on social media ever since. And guess what? She shipped us a box of beautiful items and my new lipstick for my birthday. And I have to say thank you again to Miss Mimi. And she sent a beautiful letter that I want to read publicly. I don't know if you want to stay on, if you have any closing words, but I want to read this because I feel so blessed knowing that we have a support system all the way in Canada, aka Canada.
I would say everything happened for a reason.
Yes.
So tonight was meant to be. And I will tell all the listeners, people that are watching, to stay positive, self-healing, self-care. Make sure you do that. That's the only way that you will be able to stand up, and make a difference. Because if you are sick, you can't do much.
That's right.
So make sure you take care of yourself, take care of your environment, take care of your community, and self-healing. Make sure you take care of yourself first, then others.
And at this time, I love exactly what you said, because if we are not healthy, we can never help anybody else. So can you stick around for 2 more minutes and I'll read this letter live?
Definitely I can.
Thank you. Again, thank God for SANTCHA Etienne, who's live from Little Haiti, Miami, who gave us the joy and pleasure of joining us on the Aniya A show. And at this time, I'm emotional again, because when you put out a call in the universe for people to support, you never know where the support is gonna come from. But I want to take this time to read this letter that was sent in by Mimi from Toronto, Canada. And she says, to our young leaders in Haiti, my name is Mishka Nazar. I am from Toronto, Canada. I am a business owner, a leader, a woman, apart from being born to a mother who is one of the greatest people on earth. Completing school is when my luck began. I love that she's talking about completing school. Are you there, Sancha?
Yes, I am.
Okay, just checking. Okay, she's talking about completing school, and that is so beautiful. Not only was I lucky enough to go to university, I was lucky to get an education so I can support myself and not depend on a man. I decided to take my love for my life to my potentials to do great things, and I got on with it. There are three big courses of action in regards to change. First, it is to think, and she underlined that. Thank you, Mimi, about it. Second is to talk about it, and the third is to do something about it. I strongly encourage you to focus on the third. Enjoy the tools enclosed to help you create something magical. We believe in you. So you must believe in yourself. There is no wrong answer or path when you have to make a decision and you are not sure. Ask yourself, will this help or hurt my mission? My mission is to bring joy and help others as much as I can. Moi, remenu. She said that in Creole. Mimi from Toronto, Canada. I love you, Mimi. And I love your support and your desire to share from your heart. And I'm so thankful that you answered the call. So this is going back into the box of all the goodies for our children, and they will create magical things. And you know, Sancha, this time that I'm doing this work, I'm healthier, I'm in a better place, and I know God has his hands over me because I'm still here. And so is Mimi, so are you, Sancha, and so are so many great people that are watching. So to Mimi, you didn't have to do this, but you did it. And we're going to continue to work together. And it's going to be virtual until we get to see each other again. Thank you.
Thank God. We thank God. We thank God for you, sister. We thank God for the work that you are doing. We thank you for, regardless of the health issue, the personal problems, it doesn't matter. You stand up for the kids, for we know that they are tomorrow's Haiti's backbones. Like, they are the one that gonna take relève.
Yes.
All right, take relève. We need to keep on working for them, looking for opportunities for them, because it break my heart this morning. I saw this video of a 10-year-old selling water in the streets because her mom is paralyzed and she can't do much. And she says, my mom have 5 kids. And I'm the third. I'm the third kid. The other 2, the first 2 ones are not in school, and the other 2 are not in school either, because my mom cannot afford it. It hurts me. I have the video. I can send it to you too. You see? And I'm like, oh Lord. Yet, every time we sent money to Haiti, they take $1.50 out of it, saying that they're gonna do it's for free school in Haiti. But yet I don't see that. I don't see the free school. So I'm not going back there again. But I don't see the free school. So we must look out for these kids. They are not even tomorrow. They are today. We must find them, do better by them, do better for them. And even if it means to be a beggar on the street, you know, asking for money, asking for supplies, asking for things to help, it doesn't matter. We just doing it for them.
That's
So
right.
I thank you so much for your heart, your passion, the desire, and everything about you. I love you, sister. Thank you so much for what you do.
Thank you as well. And I know we have, again, so much to do. And I'm so happy that we did this tonight. And for those that are watching, and you might have wondered why I do what I do, this is it. This is the proof. God gave me several chances, as He's given a lot of you. So, with that being said, I want to thank you again, SANTCHA Etienne. We have much more to do. To you, Mimi, all the way from Toronto, Canada, we're sending you big bisous. Nous aimons tout.
Ah.
Chérie, nous aimons. And to close us off, we are going to hear from my guy, Mr. Mika Ben, with IETC. Good night, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. It's your girl Aniya A of the Aniya A Show. And we love you. Good night, SANTCHA.
I'm gonna enjoy the music.
Enjoy it, Shade.
Haïti, c'est belle mer, c'est belle montagne, belle rivière, c'est belle plage à pied bel paysage à belle couleur. Haïti, c'est sans café, qu'à monter dans même les matins, c'est sans la musique fait poser, c'est disait qu'à bougeonner. Haïti, c'est pas simple, à avec son. Regarder la citadelle, c'est la bâtie à Marigot. Haïti, c'est la vallée, c'est Port Sali à Zabrico. C'est Mon la Selvic Makaya, c'est Mamlada Montilbo. Haïti, son douce macos, c'est un point pistache. Son gigolet qui coupe en force, son bouteille cola bien glacée. Haïti, son bon brio, son bon pita, un bon tasso, son bon légume avec sirop, son bon dili avec l'alo. Haïti, son bon bouillon, son soujou avec piment, son bon cassave avec mamba, cap d'entrée dans la casse. Haïti, son bon domboué, cap mariné, non bon sauce pois, son bois cochon, bon clairon. Haïti, son bon café d'histoire. Haïti, j'ai jamais aimé. Mais vine pour me, yeah, mais non, mais. Haïti, j'ai jamais adoré. Pagué un cap de fait, mais quitté. Haïti, j'ai jamais aimé. Mais vine pour me. Haïti, son belle musique, son bon à pied, son troubadour, son cérémonie, son kwashi, son tambour. Haïti, c'était au bout, c'est des ancêtres qui étaient pour nous, c'est là l'esclavage d'aboli, son des libertés à Haïti, c'est festival, c'est tisouris, c'est fête champêtre, c'est animation dans carnaval, c'est un tissu, les pages en frette. Haïti, son bon baiser, son domino, son bon doigt set, son réveillon, côté qui est c'est la quinquaine. Haïti, c'est un combi de paysans cap sècle la paix. Machin qui cap descend, y'a le coupé à la biche. Haïti, si mon yo cap révéler un bel avenir. Le rigole la cap descend, à côté escalade. Haïti, c'est un battant, un défi à fait du chantier. C'est la boucle pour mauvais sang, chaque nom il a pris fin tomber. Haïti, c'est sous béton pour qu'on la vraie réalité. C'est une qui triste, mais grâce à Dieu, c'est pas les serments qu'a chanté. Haïti,
Haiti chéri, bonjour,
ouais, vivez, Haïti,
Haiti chéri, bonjour,
baguette,
Haiti
Haïti,
chéri, bonjour,
ouais, vivez,
Haiti
Haïti,
chéri, bonjour,
baguette. Haïti, c'est une maman qui compte ça, y aurait les douleurs. Une femme qui j'aime, une femme voyant, même s'il connaît les papas frères. Haïti, c'est une belle femme qui, même s'il passe en pile misère, il toujours font genre l'école. Pour tout petit, il est toujours fier. Haïti, c'est tout bagaille, ça y qui fait que nous aimons. Et même si on la longue connaît, toujours là pour nous aider. Haïti, chez nous, mais quoi, pas rien qu'à faire quitter nous, m'a toujours là pour chérir. Quitter musique, ça donne
Bye bye.